The 1960s saw the dawning of the Beatles, free love and massive rock festivals such as Woodstock in America. As well as being the period of love and peace, it was also the period of unrest and protest on a global scale. And in Cymru, this was a period that witnessed a police and military occupation of an unprecedented scale for such a small nation. And the question is poised, why? Cymric youth of the period, like youth everywhere, were undoubtedly led by the prevailing mood of the times. But the catalyst for rebellion in Cymru had been lying dormant for centuries. The nation had been occupied since the murder of the Princes of Gwynedd and their families in 1282 and 1283. The crown of Gwynedd had been taken by Edward I, and the title of Prince of Wales had been given to his son, and a succession of English princes down through the centuries following him. Cymric lands and resources had systematically been pillaged by the English Crown and State, and by the 1960s there was a history of colliery and other industrial disasters, and other emotive issues such as the drowning of Cymric valleys and communities, all to provide water for English industries and homes. And in 1966, the Bamn disaster took place, which claimed the lives of 144 people, 116 of them being young children. It was out of this Cymric discontent with English rule, now fermenting to an even higher level, that movements such as MAC, the FWA and the Patriotic Front was born. Added to this explosive mix was that plans were well in place for the investiture of another English Prince of Wales, and that the ceremony was to take place at Carnarvon Castle on July the 1st, 1969. As a response to this news, Cymric patriots met and swore an oath to do all possible to stop the investiture of this another English pretender being crowned as Prince of Cymru. They determined that the only way that the investiture would take place would be by armed force and the setting up of a ring of steel around Carnarvon by the English government. And this is exactly what happened, with the English state launching a massive counter-insurgency operation in Cymru in the months leading up to the investiture, the largest of its kind launched on the British mainland since World War II, involving the occupation of Cymru with thousands of Secret Service agents, English police forces and armed troops. However, at 3 p.m. on July the 1st, 1969, Charles Windsor was invested as Prince of Wales at Carnarvon Castle, whilst at exactly the same time, on the other side of Cymru, at Swansea Crown Court, Cymric patriots accused of involvement in the Free Wales Army were being sentenced to terms of imprisonment. This trial of the time had been the longest and the costliest in Cymric history. Gethin ap Gruffydd was one of the 9 imprisoned on July the 1st, 1969. And although since his release from prison, he has declined all offers to be interviewed by the media about his contribution to the cause during the period in question. He feels now, though, that during this 50th anniversary of that history, that it is time for him to open up, as he feels that to date, the history has been shrouded in half-truths and often blatant lies. This little film, therefore, is the introduction to a film that will be released shortly and will be entitled They Seized the Time, where I will be conducting an interview with Gethin, which will give a candid look at his persona from birth to his now later years. I will be airing his history as an activist from the 1960s to the present. So keep an eye out for the film. It is in production and will be released very soon.